I want to walk you through this amazing Impact Video Creator GPT that I created specifically using our Power multi six-figure framework for creating short form video, long form video that honestly is, I would say, the backbone to how my business has grown the way that it has over the last 10 years. And I have basically given you guys free access to it. All right. So the first thing you're going to do, it makes it super, super easy. All you want to do before you type anything in here, although you could, but you don't need to. Okay. The first thing you want to do is just click right here. Okay. So it's going to first talk to you and it's going to ask you some questions. These questions are highly, highly important. These are critical for you to have already written out. Okay. So I'm going to show you one of my documents here. So let's say that I want to create a reel, but I'm just not sure what to create the reel about for our client avatar, for our done for you social media marketing agency. Okay. Usually these are clients that are making well above, 500,000 a year. Most of them are honestly like in 7-8 figure revenue years. They're corporate clients typically. They are people that may already have a marketing department, but their marketing department is not social media savvy. So they want to bring us in, right? And so I have all of this information inside of this document. So all of these questions, these 7 questions, I have answered in a document. That is the very first thing you want to do if you want this to work like almost on point for you. Without these specifics, it's going to be very generic and you're going to be frustrated and you're going to be doing a lot of editing to that script. And by the way, you don't really want to use these video scripts like reading word for word. You want to use it more as an outline, but I'm going to show you one of my favorite apps where I create my reels in and I use it as a teleprompter. So moving on. In a separate document, you want to have this saved. Okay. What is your business about? Who is your ideal client? What are the main pain points of your ideal client? When I talk about pain points, I'm not just saying that they need this. No, like what are your ideal clients thinking about that's stressing them out that they wish they had support in as it relates to what you do? Maybe it's networking. Maybe you're a networking expert. Your ideal clients are like thinking about, gosh, I wish that I could meet more people. I wish that I knew what to say when I meet somebody. I wish I knew how to collaborate with people. I wish that I knew how to follow up with people. Okay. Then you want to write down what are their ideal desires? What are your ideal clients' desires? And when I say desires, it's not like I wish that I had more engagement on my social media, right? My clients, that's not really their end goal. Their end goal is to have a system that they can put on rinse and repeat so they don't feel like they are spending 24/7 on social media. And instead, they have more time to hang out with their family and friends, do fun stuff even during the workday, leave a legacy. That is their actual desire. Okay. So think about those desires. The next one is what solution or offer do you provide? Now, here's the thing. As you create these, you can come back and start over if you have a different offer. So for the first time you do this, I would focus on one specific offer or a solution. I wouldn't like put all your offers in one. Okay. So when you are typing out what your solution or offer is, think about what is it that you are actually solving a problem for? Okay. So for our agency clients, the solution that we are solving is we actually create a complete social media marketing strategy for them that brings in lead generation and sales on autopilot because their problem is that they don't have enough leads. They're not making enough sales. The 6th question, what is your brand voice or personality? This is really important. Okay. So if you want to give it personality, which you should, you want to tell it, you could say something like, my brand personality is friendly, casual, conversational, edgy, bold. You could even include an actual celebrity name in there, like right in the tone of Marie Forleo, right in the tone of Tony Robbins. If you have tons of videos online, like in the online space, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, but they're public, you could say right in the tone as Gina Tassinelli. I have videos for like the last 10 or so years. So the AI can grab and analyze my tone of voice based off of my videos that are floating in the online space right now. And then number 7, any specific solutions or benefits you provide that you actually want to highlight. Okay. So if there's something specific that you want to highlight. Okay. So I'm going to use this now. All right. You ready? So I'm going to copy and paste all of this information from my document inside here. And I am going to hit this little arrow or enter. Now, one quick thing I want to mention, if you've never used ChatGPT before, this is a great way to start. If you start a chat inside of ChatGPT, like separate from this, so let's say that I just wanted to start a new chat and I clicked on ChatGPT, you would need to give it lots of information before you give it a prompt. And I have a full AI workshop. It was actually a 4-hour workshop that we broke down into 4 modules that teaches you how to use ChatGPT effectively in a way that actually humanizes its responses and is like almost spot on to who you are as a person and a business owner. Just like as a side note. So if you were to work inside of ChatGPT outside of this GPT, just remember you do want to season it. You want to give it your information about you, about who you are, your business, your clients, your offers, all of that stuff, so that it gets to know you before you actually prompt it to give you responses. All right, so I'm going to click enter or the little arrow here. So the first thing it's going to do, awesome friend, thanks for the details. Let's start by crafting 5 video topics based on your ideal client's desires and solutions that you provide. And so now what your job is going to be is to choose one of these topics that you feel best aligns with your ideal clients, your solutions, and their desires. Okay. So I'm going to use this one right here and I'm going to copy it. So all I did was highlight it and I'm going to paste it here. You could also say I choose number 2. Okay. But I like to actually type it because what I'm going to do in a little bit is I'm going to actually copy the entire response that it gives me and put it in a document. Okay. So I'm going to click the arrow. So now the next thing it's going to do is it's going to give me 5 different hooks and my script, as well as a headline. You see that? Now, here's what I want you to know. I have configured the back end of this GPT with a framework that I use, that we teach our clients, that we use for our done for you clients in a way to formulate your reels so that they grab people's attentions and they activate them. So that is why you see this written out the way that it's written out. It's formulated already for you. There is no guessing here. Okay. So the very first thing that I want you to see here is you have 5 different hooks. The hook is the very first 3 to 5 seconds of what you say in a video. And it's also the very first 1 to 2 lines of the actual caption of your post. It's probably one of the more important parts of any piece of content. The hook is also the subject line of an email. It's also like the preview of an email. It's also the very beginning of an email. It's those first few seconds that are going to captivate your audience in order for them to be like, oh gosh, I need to listen in more. I need to lean in and pay attention to this. I need to read all of this, whatever type of content it is. And we want that. Without a hook, you're not hooking them in. Okay. You're not magnetizing them. So the cool thing about the way I created this is that it's not just giving you one hook, it's giving you 5 different ones. Here's the thing to know about this. You could basically take the same entire script and redo it 5 different ways with 5 different hooks. And now you have 5 videos using the same topic. And now you can spread them out over 5 weeks. Okay, so I don't want to hear that you don't know what to say on video, and that's why you're not showing up on video, because now there's no excuse for that. Here's what I do know. What I do know is that it takes more than just a script, okay? It takes having that gut, that courage for many of us to actually show up on video. If you start using this and you're still not showing up on video, we definitely need to talk and we need to work together, okay? All right, next thing. So I have these hooks, right? Now it went ahead and it actually chose a hook out of these 5. It chose that first one. So if you're struggling to replicate your offline success online, watch watch this. So most of our clients, both in our mastermind programs as well as our done for you agency clients, most of them are established experts, but they have built their business offline in the in-person space, right? And they are trying to replicate that business or their business in the online space. And they just haven't been successful because it is a whole other animal to be in person versus doing things online, right? So this would be a perfect hook for my ideal clients to draw them in. So the way that you start your video would be, I would actually grab my phone, okay? And I would say, if you're struggling to replicate your offline success online, watch this. And then I would go straight into, okay, first, here's what you need to do. Dial in your messaging. Just as you've perfected your pitch and value proposition offline, you need to do that online as well. So you notice how I didn't even use the same exact words. We want to try and keep this, because this is meant for short form, we want to try and keep it at 60 seconds. Short form videos, which are reels on Facebook and Instagram, they can go up to 90 seconds, right? But if you're over on YouTube and you want to use the same video for YouTube, then keep it to 60 seconds because YouTube shorts only go up to 60 seconds. And by the way, you can also use this on TikTok, which is one place where I lack to add over there, but it's something that we're starting to do. Okay, so I would say the hook, I would say my insight 1, insight 2, maybe I would add these examples, okay? A little anecdote, and then I would end with, okay, so remember, dial in your messaging, create a systematic content plan, and engage with your audience. For more tips on transforming your online success into online virality, check out the caption for more or comment viral for more details. So I end it like this because we want people to actually read the caption. You want your caption to be an expansion of detail of what's inside of your reel, okay? The longer that we can keep them on our profile, paying attention to more of the details and to actually move into doing that call to action, the better, all right? And then what I've also give you is a headline for you to use on top. So like on the first few seconds of your reel, you should include a headline. That way, when your reel is just sitting in the news feed or on your feed, on your grid, people know exactly what your video is about before they click to play. If they don't see a headline, it's typically going to be less likely that they're going to actually click play on that reel because they don't know what it's about. And we move fast on social media. Okay. All right. The next thing that this will do for you is it's going to ask you, would you like an expanded version of this short form video to use as a long form video? This video would be about 10 minutes long. So I am a huge advocate for live streams and long form videos. So long form video not only helps your ideal clients to get to know, like, trust, and eventually buy from you, but it also allows you to create tons of content out of that one piece of content. Okay. So here is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, please, because I actually do talk to Chat GPT in a very friendly manner and it's letting me know, fantastic. Let's expand the script. So now what it's giving you a long form script or outline for you to use, for you to actually do a long form video with. Remember, this video, you want it to be about 10 minutes long. Doesn't need to be any longer. If you go over, it's not a big deal. But if you're on for at least 10 minutes, it does give the algorithm a chance to know that you're on and to start notifying your followers that you are on live. Okay. And if you have high engagement, you'll get more people on live. If you have low engagement, they won't be on live, but they'll most likely come and watch the replay. And then there's ways that we do get them to watch the replay and more ways to get them to come on live. You definitely want to pre-promote when you have that live scheduled. Okay. So really quickly, let's run through this. So as you can see, it's a much longer script. It's still using the hook and it's using my power value video framework. So my framework starts with a hook. Then you introduce yourself. Notice how you don't introduce yourself right in the beginning. Then you engage a little bit with your audience. So we want to let people know that if they're watching this on the replay, please keep watching. Okay. We're going to come back and we're going to answer all your questions. And then we share a little story, a little anecdote. People love stories. It's a great way to resonate, to be relatable with your audience. And then you restate the hook and you go into your 3 to 5 insights or tips. And so with this, you also want to give a little bit of the how to, okay? We're not telling them everything and how to do it, right? Because obviously, first of all, that would make the video way too long. And then why would they want to work with you if you're giving it all away? But we are giving value. So people could take my videos and do it all on their own. But I'm going to tell you what, they're going to get stuck at some point. And the reason why is because I've been doing this for so long. Most of our clients are not marketing experts. That's why they hire us. I don't expect you to be a marketing expert, but what we do want to do is we want to show up in a way that allows our audience to know that we are a resource for them. We are their irresistible go-to solution that they cannot wait to see how they can work with us. So giving these insights and a little bit of the how-to strategy is going to help with that, especially with your ideal clients that are watching, that are paying attention to you, and that are in the moment now looking for somebody just like you. Okay. So here, I think it's doing 3 insights. Then it ends with a little anecdote and then a conclusion and then my call to action. Cool. So that is how the Impact Video Creator GPT works. Enjoy. Have a fabulous rest of your week. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.